Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tune into the episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. What's good, everybody? King Blade first in here. How you doing? Good morning, producer. Good morning to you also. Kush, a.k.a. Wiz Khalifa. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you too, my brother. Abdi, what's good? You here, man? Alexander Gillian, good morning to you also. How you doing? KBZ, triple the AM, sir. You know I salute you. Yami, surfs up, Broheim. Yo, everyone's good. Delvin's in the building. What's good, man? What's good? Jared Thomas, Nitro, Rich Paul said that Chris Bosh wasn't great enough to be considered a part of the big three. I know. That's why I'm covering it, bro. It's nasty work. Because what he's doing, he's trying to diminish the help that LeBron has had throughout his career. So he's saying that he never had a big three. He only had big twos. It's nasty work, bro. Nasty work. This is why I'm trying to tell y'all. Sacrificing your career to play next to LeBron, not worth it. Not worth it at all. Because he has a lot of guys with very strong ties in the media that could, alter perception. Just saying that now. Kenny Will, good morning, good morning. And that's crazy to say too. It's so disrespectful. It really is. It really is. No matter how little they say it. That's mad disrespectful. Mad disrespectful. But I hope everyone's doing good this morning. As you can see, we here, we live. Matter of fact, I'm throwing the CashApp up on there too. Nitro, Chris Bosh was definitely a superstar. He's had essentially no help in Toronto. Facts. People forget how good Chris Bosh was. The man was a star. Legit. Zico Kage was good, my bro. So, guys, let's just jump straight into it. It's Thursday. Let's get it going. I know we're not live tomorrow. We're never live on Fridays. But I just want to say, starting off the show, happy Good Friday to everybody, because I know we're not going to be live. Hope everyone has a wonderful, great day and everything else for that Friday. And y'all stay safe. But, guys, we're starting off with this. Rich Paul goes on the Pat McAfee show, which has to be planned by LeBron, because LeBron was just on there, right? And now he's trying to change the narrative of big threes tied to LeBron James. Now, guys, once again, I always say this. This is so disingenuous, because the argument has always been, well, the reason why LeBron lost to go to the States is because LeBron's big three was nowhere near the big three that was in, or even you can name it the big four that was in Golden State. But now what's he going to do? Try to change it? There was just two of them versus four to try to show another reason why he didn't win? Bro, I get kind of tired of this foolishness. And this is the games that LeBron likes to play in the media. What I'm doing, I'm going to play the audio and the video, and then we're going to break it down. All right, so without further ado, you get to see exactly what I'm talking about. Check this out.
That's not the end all be all. I always love a big two. I don't really love a big three. I don't really. People talk big three, but the big three thing has never really worked. And you say, well, what happened in Miami? That wasn't really a big three. There was three guys that went in the lottery, and they did really well individually on their team, so they put up big numbers and had big accomplishments. But when you think about it, Bosh was the ultimate professional. He took a back seat, and he played a role in which, because he had such a high IQ and he was such a professional as an individual, his approach to everything is what made that work. When you look in Boston, okay, you can say Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce was a big three. Again, thinking about names, but the way that offense was ran, Rondo's capability during that time, it was a lot different. When you've seen people go for that, it never really worked. And I've had this conversation with several different, owners of teams, and having this. That's not the end all be all. I always love a big two. I don't really love a.
Listen, guys, let me make sure that I say this for this rigmarole, right, that this man is on. right? To diminish what Chris Bosh was saying, oh, well, he diminished his game. That's what it took for them to win. Chris Bosh was a star on both sides of the ball. Everybody knew that. He sacrificed his offensive game so that the team could better have cohesion. And now you come out and say, well, it really wasn't a big three. Bro, I hate the changing history, bro. And that's all these people do. It's so, bro. I had this talk with my father the other day. Shout out to Pops. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, people really disrespect Chris Bosh. And I realized the player he was. I'm going to read this off to you real quick, right? So you understand exactly where I'm coming from. Bosh, first year in the league, 11.5 points a game, 7 rebounds and an assist. Second year, 16.8 points a game, 8.9 rebounds a game, 1.9 assists. Third year in the league, 22.5, 9.2, 22.5 points, 9.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists. Next year, 22.6 points, 10.7 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Another 22 a game. Another 22 points a game. And his last year was 24 points a game. And 10. He had 4 straight years of almost 22 and 10. Then he went to 24 and 10. Right? Great success. Whatever else it is like that. He goes to Miami first year, 18-7-1. And then he had to diminish his role even a little more, 16.6 to 6 rebounds and 1.7 assists. Then another 16. Then he goes to 21 a game when LeBron leaves, 21-7-2, when he goes right back to his previous numbers. And then, of course, you know about the blood clots throughout his body, and he had to retire early. Chris Bosh was an amazing player, bro. Consistent, could shoot the long ball, take you inside, had a great post game, everything. He had it all. Stop trying to change narratives to build up LeBron James. That's why I've never seen a player, historically, that everybody tries to diminish the greatness of their teammates for their upliftment. And if anybody says Michael Jordan, that is not what happens with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan and everybody else gives total respect to Dennis Rodman for his second three-peat, Scottie Pippen during all of the 6, Phil Jackson, all that stuff. They give live to all that stuff. But to try to act like Jordan had the help that LeBron had is facetious. It's fictitious. It's ridiculous. Good morning, Gregory Smith. How you doing? Bob had some health issues around that time, if I'm not mistaken, so he didn't mind doing less. Now it was after. It was after. He got found with blood clots throughout his body, and that was it. He was gone. He was done. He couldn't play. They said that it would threaten his life, so he had to retire. Bosh could have easily played another 6 years in the NBA, averaging anywhere between 19 and 22 points. It's ridiculous. Like, when you look at, and this is factual, when you look at what Dwayne Wade was a scoring champion, elite scoring champion, an MVP, an NBA Finals MVP. Like, the man was in third in MVP voting like 2 or 3 times. Like, one of the best players in the league. That was Dwayne Wade before the injuries. People forget that. Flash is what they called him. Bosh was the model consistency. 22 and 10, high shooting percentage everywhere. And matter of fact, I'm going to go back and show you that too. Because when people be not understanding that too. Where is it at? See if I can get that. 49.4 from the field. Over 30% from 3. Mind you, this is almost a 7-footer we're talking about. 80% from free throw. The man was just consistency personified. Why try to tear him down for your upliftment? It's ridiculous. Wade was no doubt superstar. Yeah, man. Straight superstar. I used to have a pair of Dwayne Wade's first shoes. Real talk. When he was still with Converse. Yeah, to show you how I know myself, when he was still with Converse. Because Dwayne Wade signed his first deal with Converse. What's good, King Lee? TJF, what's good to you too, man? I didn't know about the clock. See, no, a lot of people don't. But mind you, I look up this stuff thoroughly because basketball was my thing. So during that time span, from the time I was a child to that, you're not going to be able to sneak a lot of stuff past me basketball-wise. You're not going to be able to. I know a lot of the stuff off the top of my dome. No need for Google. That's being real. Wade was just, that run that they had in the NBA Finals was ridiculous. Was ridiculous. For Dwayne Wade to embarrass the Dallas Mavericks like that, for then the Dallas Mavericks to come back and embarrass LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Nasty work. Remember, for LeBron to win in Miami, Dwayne Wade had to take a big back seat and Bosh had to take a back seat. People don't like to hear that. That's true. When Dwayne Wade and LeBron first started, they were both averaging like 26, 27 points a game apiece. And then Bosh was averaging like 19. Yes, I remember the insanity run when he was on the Knicks. It was when Carmelo Anthony was out with an injury. And they were like, yeah, we're not going to win much games. And Jeremy Lin comes in and goes, don't worry, coach, put it on me. And that man went crazy. Man beat Kobe, beat them all. That man was doing them all dirty. And then the problem is that instead of selling it to Carmelo, like, look, you could build a big 2 or maybe a big 3 here in New York. It was like, all right, Carmelo's back. Who cares about Jeremy Lin? And I'm like, why would you do that? He's playing out of his mind. Ride it to a championship or ride it all the way into a deep playoff run. Stupidity at its finest. Straight New York Knicks crap. Young D-Wade, people forget about it. I don't. KPZ said Chris Bosh was the meaning of stretch 4. Big pause. Man, I love you guys. King Lee's like Converse. I remember. Cam the Baptist, what's up, my brother? Do you remember what's it called? Yami, it's funny because around the time Josh had Stephon Diggs, what did Lamar have? James Prochet, Oder Des Bryant, Oder Deshaun Jackson, Devin Duvernay, Michael Crabtree. Yeah. I love how what have those players done since leaving Lamar? Right? Like, these players have had, like, super drop-offs after leaving Ravens. Gus Edwards, all of them. All of them. Hayden Hurst. Drop-off. The only people that have a drop-off are offensive linemen. They've done well after leaving, you know what I'm saying, the Ravens. But everybody else, no. No. And perpetually attempts to tarnish MJ's career with his media. Facts, Antonio Williams. That's why I have a problem with that, bro. Like, how you going to say Chris Bosh? Matter of fact, there's another one, right, that people like to sleep on. Hold on, I got you real quick. His name is Kevin Love. Kevin Love at one point, bro, was averaging crazy points in rebounds for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Remember? Let me go to his stats. Look at this. In Minnesota, that man was averaging 26 and 13. In Minnesota, he had one year 20 and 15. That's 20 points, 15 rebounds. Then 26 points and 13 rebounds. Then 18 points and 14 rebounds. Then 26 points and 12.5 rebounds with 4.4 assists and a half a block. While shooting 45% from the field, almost 40% from 3, and 82% from free throw. But Kevin Love was trash, right? Nasty work. Bro, I hate that, bro. Hate that. LeBron has had more help than any, that's a fact. Why are you getting mad at me for? He's had more help than any superstar in NBA history. And I don't even know how you even argue it. When you go down the list of Hall of Famers and All-Stars that he's played with, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Bosh, Wade, Allen, Ray Allen, Kyrie, Kevin Love. What are we doing here, bro? He's played with a crap load of all-stars. We haven't even counted, what's his name, for the New Orleans Pelicans. Anthony, yeah, I know I'm talking about his name, Anthony. Anthony, whatever his name is. Him. Now you got Luka. They're trying to talk about maybe that was grinding with Joker coming over to the Lakers to join him also. Like, bro, get out of here, bro. Tired of the foolishness, bro. Professor walked down. That's fair to say. That's fair to say. Equally talented, but what separated Jordan was his mentality. That's what separated, like, that mentality that Jordan had made him he was a psycho. He was mentally unstable. Y'all know this, right? He was psychotic. The unibrow. Yeah, Mr. I'm hurt all the time. You know what I'm talking about. The one he won the Mickey Mouse Championship with. Anthony Davis. Yup. AD. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, and Kevin Love was asked to do a lot. Exactly. Exactly, Yami. That was Zydrunas Ilgauskas. People be forgetting about the players he's played with. I don't. Yeah, KD's another. That's why I don't give KD no pass. KD played with Russell Westbrook. He played with James Harden. He's played with Steph Curry. He's played with Klay Thompson, even though he wasn't the MVP. He's played with Kyrie. What are we talking about here, bro? And not including Bradley Beal and what's his name over there in the Phoenix Suns, also the other guy. Like, come on now, bro. That's another one I don't feel sorry for, KD. KD's played with bigger talent. Man had to join a 73-win team just to get his title. And people don't recognize context. Could you imagine if Jordan got frustrated at playing the Pistons and said, I'm just going to join the Pistons with Isaiah Thomas and them? Do you have any idea how much rings he might have? Or if he said, you know what? Let me go join the Boston Celtics. Do you have any idea how many rings he would have? Or saying, you know what? Hakeem is doing great things over there in Houston. Let me go join him over there for the Rockets. Let's blast off together. Come on now, bro. Devin Booker, thank you. I'm just, so I don't give KD no passes either. If you notice the way I talk, the way I came out, I do not give KD no passes. Because I don't want to hear nothing, bro. It's like, yo, whose man's is this? Slim Reaper. Giannis put him out of his misery. That's my guy. Yeah, and they're both coach killers. They'll get the coach. They will force the organization into the coaches they want. Then tell the organization to fire that coach. And if they don't, they'll quit. Or they'll leave. Or they'll ask for a trade. It's nasty work. Nasty work. It's nasty work. It's ridiculous work. Guys, all right, from there, y'all already know we got so much stuff to do. We're going to pivot to the Jalen Ramsey story. Now, guys, look. Context. Would Jalen Ramsey be well on the Ravens? Yes. I think it would be a great addition. The problem I have with the Jalen Ramsey thing is that Every time we've asked to add pieces to the offense, what is always thrown in my face and other people's faces, or that we don't have money, the salary cap exists, this isn't Madden. You know what I'm saying? Those are stuff that's told to us. If the Ravens found out a way somehow to absorb all of that money that he's owed to get him on this team, I would feel away. I would feel away because it's always an excuse when it's the offense's turn. Everybody is saying it's the most Raven move. Oh, yeah, he'd be so great. Oh, yeah, let the Ravens do it. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's going to be magical. Oh. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, come on now, bro. Have some shame. Have some shame. I know some of y'all wonder what I'm talking about. I'm going to play the audio and video of that too. Check what they had to say about it right here.
We in draft time and everybody wants to get young, but Jalen Ramsey, I truly feel, still can be a championship piece, surrounded by a team and just plugging them in and playing. And one of the places that we just talked about, Baltimore, they're a team that has always welcomed veterans that have played at a high level in the secondary and the wide receiver spot, but they need help at that position. Jalen would absolutely be phenomenal.
Hey, I'm not going to let him do that. Oh, they've always welcomed veterans at the wide receiver spot. Hey, yo. Oh. Hey, yo. Oh my gosh, you mean veterans on their last leg, last toe, nasty word, but I'll continue.
Cross from Ball and Humphrey, they will be able to do multiple things with him and Kyle Hamilton with their size and ability to get the football. I'll be interested to see if they would even be in the talks because Baltimore obviously has a lot of things going right. But this feels like one of those Baltimore type players that will help you on your quest to win a championship as they've been so close for so long.
Guys, let me tell you something right now. I'm not mad at this because once again, context. I like Jalen Ramsey. I think he's an amazing player. I think he would help out this team immensely. The problem is that you can't tell me, right, that we got no money. And then when it's time for another defensive player, we might have the money. It don't make sense. I've been asking, why won't you build a proper O-line around Lamar? Because we don't got the money. Why don't we try to get a big name wide receiver? We don't got the money. Why don't you pay or extend Derrick Henry? We don't got the money. Why don't you try to do that with Lamar? We don't got the money. Why don't you keep Kevin Zeitler? We don't got the money. But for the defense, Roquan, you want to be the highest paid linebacker? We got it. Marcus Williams come for another team. We don't got money. We got money for you. We got it. Make it make sense. I'm just looking for transparency. Mind you, I know he would be good on the Ravens. I know he would. I'm not going to ask anybody. He'd be great on the Ravens. Not even good, he'd be great. The way how you can switch up what you're doing, because he can run between guard in the middle of the field back into the corner position, and because you have Nate Wiggins and you got Marlon Humphrey and him, that'd be a heck of a trio. And him being able to step back into a safety role and his ball hawking and playmaking ability, come on now, bro, it'd be crazy. But once again, we don't got no money. And if y'all not willing to extend Henry, I don't want to hear nothing about another defensive player. Nothing. Nothing. We've been begging for a pass rusher. You know what you're giving us? Nothing. Every time it's somebody that we need or we like, why won't we get it? It's money. It's money. The shmoney. The I get money. I get money. And every time it's we don't got it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Look, man, let me go to the chat for this. Tony Williams said the Warriors tried to reacquire KD before they got Jimmy. He didn't want the controversy. Exactly. I heard about it. Yeah, he was supposed to go back to the... Could you imagine if they swung both KD and Jimmy Butler and teamed with Steph and Draymond? Oh, my God. That would have been crazy. If the Ravens are the number one pick in this draft, who you taking? Travis Hunter. I know it's going to sound like, but no, I'm just joking. I would take an offensive tackle. I take whatever the best offensive tackle is in the league or an edge. I would want Travis Hunter, but I would go with one of those two. That's what I would take. Straight up. Number 1 pick in the draft, I'm taking the best offensive tackle or pass rusher that this draft has. Real talk. I would want, now mind you, my mind's telling me no. But my body's telling me Travis Hunter wholeheartedly. But I would do the smart move and take, because it's not no longer about Travis Hunter is a wide receiver and a corner. He want to play both sides of the ball. And we could probably use him on special teams on top of it. Because he's a Deion protege. But I would go offensive line. Whatever the best tackle is, we can use him as a swing tackle or something like that. And then, move on from there. Eventually from Ronnie, whatever else it is. That's what I would take. That or the best edge rusher. One of the two. Even though I'd want Travis Hunter, I would remain disciplined and I'd go trenches. Exactly. I know, Jared Thomas. That's why I say right now I don't get too mad. Professor Walker said, would you be satisfied if we traded Mark for Jalen? And if Miami took a portion of his salary to make it match Mark's cap number, would we be investing in offense without investing in insert likely? Professor Walk Down, would I be for it? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. They'd have to take off a large part of that salary too. Yeah, but I'd be down for that. That would shore up our secondary. There'd be no excuses for our defense now. None. You'd have Nate Wiggins, Humphrey, and you got Jalen Ramsey, and you got Kyle Hamilton and Ardarius Washington back there. Come on now, bro. That secondary, magnifique. You can guard across the board one-on-one. No matter who you're playing. And everybody back there can ball hawk when called upon to do so. I know Nate Wiggins started off rocky, but he can ball hawk when he's needed to. So playmakers. A whole back end of playmakers. Yeah, I take that. Said Travis affects both QBs. Yeah. He does. But once again, we could do what that does. Get rid of Mark from Miami. Pick up Jalen Ramsey. Right? And then go and get an edge. Or go and get trenches. Nitro, you'd probably take up dual card if lineman wasn't a need right now. Probably. And I get Matt Judon. Yeah. Yeah, you're darn right. If I took a tackle, a swing tackle, somebody in the first round, I'm getting Matthew Judon. Get Matthew Judon, trademark, get Jalen Ramsey. My defense should be great. Then, in the second round, I go for an edge right there. Go for an edge in the second round that you see has all of the tools and he's productive. Yeah. That's what I would do. Ajabo hasn't shown us nothing. He's Casper the Friendly Ghost, but he's more invisible. Man's been ghost. So, yeah. That's what I'm saying. But a Jalen, a Wiggins, and a Marlon Humphrey, backing them up with an Ardarius and a Kyle, bro, that secondary would be amazing. But once again, I don't want to hear anybody tell me anything because y'all always keep saying we don't got money. Nitro, what do you mean you found receipts? You said, Nitro, I found receipts. On me? What are you saying? Call it out, Evil Smarty, and good morning to you too. TDC219, good morning to you also, bro. We've been giving EDC credit for drafting Likely, but go rewatch Likely's draft call. EDC basically admits that he was a pick from Steve Bischoff. Yo, how can the owner pick better than this man? Oh my gosh. Not gonna lie, I'm proud of KVN after 30 playing like that. That's an athletic role model, to be honest. But yeah, I mean facts. But we can't just be depending on only him. That's foolhardy. We got Justin Madubuike, okay. Travis Jones coming back from injury, okay. But then you give me Matt Judon. Another young guy with Owe. Also, now you have an amazing rotation. A very good rotation. Let's run it. With a lockdown secondary, let's run it. With playmakers all throughout it, right with it, let's run it. Let's run it. I'm ready for it. I'd love it. Brandon Stevens was picked on by every team we played. Tell me I'm wrong. Nope, you're not wrong. That's why I want a playmaker. So when they're trying to do that foolishness, they won't be able to do it. They'll get mad. And then say, man, where are we going to throw the ball to? You just can't pick on one guy wholeheartedly. We'll start picking off the ball, turning it into turnovers. With Brandon Stevens, they knew he's not going to pick off the ball at all. So that's why they kept targeting him. If we keep Mark this season as a clear sign of organization playing in our face, moving on from Mark makes too much sense. Three-peat vids, it's business and football sense. It's facts. Like factual. People in their feelings about it, be in your feelings about it. Junk is crazy, bro. Crazy, nasty work. It makes the most sense to let him go. It does. That's all I'm saying. Trademark, get Jalen. That shores up our corners and everything else. And they take on some of the salary. Perfect. Then go out and get Matthew Judon. Boom. Draft a young guy. Boom. Now go in trenches. Boom. Title should be ours next year. Judon and Mike Green draft would be great, but you know who my pick is. Yeah. I really hope Ravens win Super Bowl within these next 3 years before his contract is up, or he might lead DCC to 119. Nobody knows what Lamar is thinking. Nobody does. But if the Ravens ain't keep winning and they keep losing like this, it's a strong chance he might start looking at them kind of sideways. So, yeah. Nigel Mina said that it's up to Buffalo to finally give Josh Allen an elite weapon. Now you don't got elite weapons. Nasty. I thought he got somebody from the draft. Top pick in the draft. Let's go. Tyler Booker. Yeah, exactly, bro. I know where you know, Yami. Remember, we covered it. Nigel, your opinion was Diggs ever elite. He was top 3 wide receiver in the league at one point. And he's about to show you why he's still a top 10 wide receiver in the league. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But guys, that's episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. You know how we end every show? We end it with nostalgia. I gotta go soon because I gotta go help download. We just got a big shipment at the church and they need my massage, yes, to help take the stuff down. Check this out, guys. This is the nostalgia for today, okay? Check out. All these shows are right here. There's no way you don't know what shows these are. You don't know what goes on with these shows. You've watched every single, at least an episode of all these shows, but on purpose or by accident. You have to get rid of one. Which one you getting rid of? I need the chat to blow up. Which one are you getting rid of? I gotta see what y'all gonna say on this one, because this is gonna be funny to me. Yeah. And you know that we be rocking with the best test. Let's go, 90s and the rest. Hit it down. KBG supporting now. Like button, push it down. Recess, Avatar, Power Rangers, never that. Pop for girls, throw that. 3 colors, never, what you know. Recess, school's out. Bro, oh my gosh. People saying, somebody said recess. So my God, Alexander Gillian said Avatar. SpongeBob never cared for the show. True, but SpongeBob is one of the most iconic cartoons of all time. So that's what I'm saying in its entirety. Avatar, you give it to Avatar, Alexander. I can't believe you. I can't believe you. Take it back. How dare you do that to Aang? Feel my air bending. Before I start tear bending. Yo, just about to say Avatar, not really a fan. I try. Oh my God, Yami. This man DC's said Avatar easy. How did y'all say this with a straight? Oh my God. What's wrong with you? Something's wrong with y'all, bro. Something's wrong with y'all, bro. Something's wrong with y'all, bro. I think there's only one proper answer for this. For me, I know what mine is overall. I think there's one you could go with, and that's the only one I'd go with. SpongeBob sus has got to go. Yo, this man said sus, SpongeBob sus has got to go. A lot of people say that with SpongeBob. I can't get rid of Doug. Doug was such a strong part of my childhood. Because remember, you used to go Doug at from 7 to 7:30, and then Rugrats from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock used to be my bedtime as a kid. This man Yami's got to get rid of Nick Wright. The one I would get rid of is the Fairly Odd Parents. Out of all of these, the other ones, the Fairly Odd Parents is a great show, but all the other ones are iconic. Like, iconic. Power Rangers, Rugrats, SpongeBob, The Proud Family, Powerpuff Girls, Arthur, Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Like, all these shows are, like, iconic. Like, I would have to get rid of Fairly Odd Parents and save everything else if it was me. You ain't lying, I stopped my son from watching it. Exactly. Splitting his pants on purpose. Sus! Okay, Nitro, I thought you were going in a different direction. Nah, bro, it's going to be Fairly Odd Parents for me. And mind you, I don't like SpongeBob SquarePants. I told you that before. But Courage the Cowardly Dog was one of my favorite shows growing up. I'm talking about... What? You said Fairly Odd Parents is more of a classic than Avatar? When that last episode of Avatar aired, when he had to fight the Fire Lord, the world stopped, bro. Everybody was watching that. Everybody. Everybody. If you think about it, others were icons, not Avatar. Fairly Odd Parents was legit to me. Bro, Avatar is an icon. Avatar is beyond an icon. Fairly Odd Parents, you crazy? Yeah, it'd have to go, bro. The only other one I would probably take out of this one would probably be, but Arthur was such a big show for PBS. Doug was a hit on 2 different channels. It was a hit on Disney and Nickelodeon. Yeah, Legend of Korra was the continuation, whatever else it was called. Avatar was legit one of the greatest cartoons of all time. By every metric. By every metric. But we agree to disagree. I can't tell you guys are wrong. That's what you would do. Is Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls was iconic too. It was very iconic. Powerpuff Girls was super iconic. For me, it would either be that, Fairly Odd Parents, or Arthur. And mind you, I like Fairly Odd Parents. But it'd have to be that or Arthur. But Arthur was paramount to PBS. Paramount. All of us have watched Arthur. You can go over SpongeBob. You can't go over Avatar. Avatar was it, bro. With Aang, Katara, Sokka. Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. Don't do that, bro. Money Mike, yes it is. For me, next time, I'll put that on Twitter. Which was a better cartoon? I'm pretty sure the majority is going to go with Avatar. But we'll see. I understand doing without Powerpuff Girls. I can understand that one. Did you like the Burger movie? Heck yeah. Oh, bro, I'm dead serious. We're going to, listen, when we get up high enough, I want to start doing stuff where we're watching lives together, like an entire movie together, like popcorn night. We're watching old school movies and stuff like that. We're just here just jamming, laughing, and talking during the movie. Like, real talk. But guys, that's the episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. Thank you guys for showing up. I love you guys. You already know what goes on. You guys already know. Like and subscribe before you guys go out of here. Magic School Bus isn't on the list. Captain Plane wasn't on the list either. But that was what we had. Professor Walk Down. You feel me? Fairly Odd Parents was fire, bro. It was. But Avatar was it. But guys, I just want to tell y'all I love you guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I will catch y'all Monday morning, sharp and early in the morning. Please have a wonderful day and be a safe Easter weekend. See ya. I'll probably live stream when I'm picking up the bread. Even though we're not doing a bread box, we're still picking up the bread because Saturday we're doing pantry, right? We're not doing bread box on Friday, but I still got to pick the bread. We're going to give all the bread out on pantry day. So I'll probably still live stream tomorrow when I'm there at Bimbo Bakery. But you guys have a wonderful day. God bless. I love you guys. Y'all know my slogan. And I'm out this piece. See y'all later, alligators. Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.